Hello, this is Maxim as well. I'm going to reviewing the Wiztastics Max. And this Max goes over total amount of 132 pieces. Me was a Mesmo since he got his eyes, which I think is great. So the bot is more black to him than purple. He's got his wings, so in a slightly different orientation with the transparent dark blue being more visible rather than forwards rather than backwards. Do have his teeth as well. In the middle of the road would be Wizwas, and the legs are very similar to Wizwas's legs. They're extended a bit, but they don't have the tip, which give the legs a bit more than for bros-like appearance, unfortunately. And you do have this massive abdomen, okay. Always over like that's it. So it's magic from the abdomen, which and then the back. Remember that this max almost is magnificent. And we still have this upper teeth as the lower teeth of the max. So there's also magnificent the max. Since I guess so the clip-like hands that it would have, but that's pretty much it when it comes. Info. And the max is you say it's either to resemble a moth. I think because of the large wingspan. So and I guess the could be like 10 I suppose, and also being very it's fairly chunky. Although it's one of the smaller maxes out there, I would say. And the to it was I think is so that has some black to the color scheme, and you get this, and the tail looks a bit like a stinger. Yeah, guys, I think that's not the transparent and spots the atom, which is pretty cool. You got Miss Toes now being the upper teeth of the max. Also the eyelids, I mean, unfortunately, with them being to the side, it doesn't make too much of a difference, which is say it looks a bit like they're closed, I suppose. I'd probably just go for all new there, and do get mouth articulation, which is nice. The mouth can hinge way up like so. Oh. And does reveal the fact that you do get some more teeth on the upper jaw, the stud teeth, which is nice. And it does reveal the max does have Mesmo's tongue. Just close it up. And the wings, so they're pretty much the same with Meso. They hinge up like so, down like so, and you can rotate 360 degrees, as long as you don't end up accidentally popping them off, along with just popping the eyes off at the same time. Yeah, I think that's the eyes get in the way with the wing articulation. Comes the legs at the front legs, so the thighs, I guess, shoulders, so hinge up and down. Same with the the little shin, so you get some very cool articulations of the double hinges. While the back legs, so they're on ball joints, so you can rotate them 360 degrees. And since the the lower back legs are the same as the lower front legs, they hinge up so and down like so. There you go. While the abdomen is also on a ball joint, so you can rotate it 360 degrees, hinge it up like so, down like so, and you can wag it as well, which is pretty cool. And as you can rotate the tip 360 degrees. Now, I will say that the tip, so if the best part I would say is if you push the the trans for the magic effect for Wizwas, it is a bit difficult to separate the two pieces. That I think it's too as it can get. Though I realize I think there's going to be a midpoint. It's not really doing enough, but I think you put it too high up, you can, if you're not careful, easily pulled off. But as it stands, I think I've found the midpoint. So there we go. Yes, it's not going to be that bothersome now. So there we go. So due to the more unique design, it has a very impressive articulation going on. Although not that much eye expressions and some limitations to the wing articulation. I do so impressive. Now when it comes to Nixel interaction, so I think the only interaction that you can get is to have the onto the abdomen, so try and attack it like so. So that's something that you can do if you wanted to. I think that's pretty much it. When it comes to the pieces that don't get used, so there they all are. There's some pieces that wish for use. I think maybe these, well, in two pieces. So the hook, this hook piece from Wizwas. Again, so these tip pieces, so such as legs, the space. Would be nice if it got you somehow. And so that's pretty, that's pretty much all the pieces that don't get you. So I think that the Max mainly uses Mesro's pieces, which you can get. Since that's the member that Max sells the most. I think there's the pieces, but it doesn't use as much with the other members in comparison. So overall, well, this is my favourite of the series. So I do think it's a very. So I'm a big fan of the design of it, and some of the articulation that the Max is able to offer, but I think when it comes to issues, there's some pieces that I wish were used, and some limitations with the the can't isn't able to pull that much weight. And I think the way that the tip of there could be a bit better, but I'm still caretaker. So not so tad because of how much of the design and the articulation. So So we'll have mixed.